Welcome to the Learned Teacher Academy, where we try to make learning easy and fun. Today, we're tackling a question that I know is keeping a lot of you parents up at night, and it's a question that comes to me all the time.
My child is in 9th grade. Everyone is joining JEE coaching. Are we falling behind? I hear this and, I can feel the anxiety behind it. It's that fear of missing out, isn't it? The panic that the race has already started and you're being left at the gate. This huge decision is so often driven by what everyone else is doing, not by what's actually right for your child. So let's just take a deep breath and break this down logically, together.
Okay, so let's start by looking at the argument in favor of it. Why are so many parents and students totally convinced that Class 9 is the magic starting point? Let's explore the reasons for getting that so-called head start.
Well, for starters, look at the direct connections here. The things you're learning in Class 9 and 10, like motion, the mole concept, quadratic equations, these aren't just for your school exams. They are the absolute bedrock, the foundation for the advanced JEE topics later on. An early start really lets you build a rock-solid base on these core ideas, which makes the jump to 11th grade so much smoother.
And the biggest advantage, of course, is time. A 4-year runway lets you cover that massive JEE syllabus at a much more comfortable pace. You get to develop crucial skills like time management and analytical thinking more naturally, and you get early exposure to a competitive environment, which builds resilience long before the real pressure of 11th and 12th grade really kicks in.
V. Prashant, who got an all-India rank of 5, he put it perfectly. He actually started his coaching in Class 9 and understood that the JEE isn't some separate thing from his board syllabus, it's just a much, much larger version of it. Starting early really helped him see the big picture and plan his entire journey from the get-go.
But for all those advantages, we need to have a very honest conversation about the risks, because there's a pretty significant dark side to starting this journey too early. And frankly, it's my job to give you a serious reality check.
Based on years of seeing students go through this whole process, the reality is, it's pretty stark. For about 20%, an early start works wonders. They thrive. But for the other 80%, it's a completely different story. 30% just struggle under the sheer overload, and a massive 50%, that's half, end up confused and completely lose focus. Honestly, those are not odds I like.
And here's why. That intense focus required for early prep, it often comes at a huge cost. We're talking about disrupted sleep, a sacrificed social life, and basically no time for hobbies or just getting outside. But most importantly, it can seriously compromise a child's mental well-being. Is that really a price worth paying for a head start? And these pressures, they build up into some really serious dangers. The number one threat is burnout. A student who grinds for 2 years straight might lose all motivation by Class 11, which is the most critical year of all. There's also the real risk of them neglecting their board exams, which are a crucial backup plan. And fundamentally, many young students simply don't have the emotional maturity for a 4-year marathon.
So with all this information, how on earth do you decide? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. The key is to stop looking at what everyone else is doing and to start really looking at your own child. Let's find the right path for them.
Let's look at 3 common profiles I see. First, is your child a high achiever? You know the type, consistently scoring above 95% and genuinely passionate about these subjects. They can probably handle an early start. Or are they an explorer, doing well, but still figuring things out? For them, waiting for Class 11 is a much, much better path. And if they're a foundation builder, still working on the basics, then the focus must be on acing their board exams first. You have to be honest about where your child fits.
And this brings us to a really crucial distinction. For Class 9 and 10, the goal shouldn't be JEE preparation. It should be foundation building. What does that mean? It means mastering school concepts deeply and hopefully building a genuine love for the subjects. The really rigorous JEE prep with all the mock tests and exam strategies, that should wait until Class 11 and 12 when they're truly ready for it.
Okay, so let's put it all together. What is the final balanced equation for success on this long and pretty challenging journey? Here is my final takeaway for all of you. The crucial point is this: success in this is a marathon, not a sprint. The real winners are the ones who build a sustained, balanced, and healthy journey, making sure they have the stamina to cross the finish line when it counts.
And that leaves us with one final question to think about. What is the real goal here? Is it just about starting the earliest, or is it about finishing the strongest? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know.